Chapter 2.
I'm Eric Cargill.
And I'm Rachel Elnar, and this is Cheers and Tears.
Design leadership tales retold.
Hey Eric, today we've got two Philadelphia design heavy hitters. Nick is a creative operations leader and a chronic yes sayer. Former AIGA Philly president, national chapter fixer, mascot with a broken head fan, SQL debugger, and occasional groundhog. He's taught at Jefferson and Rowan, survived 60 first graders, and has a talent for turning odd experiences into useful skills. Allan is the founder of GD Loft, PHL, an award-winning designer and educator with degrees from Rutgers and Yale. He leads the graphic design program at Rutgers, Camden, and his studio's work shows up everywhere from AIGA to communication arts to graphics. He's also a past AIGA Philly president, and together they bring rigor, curiosity, and classic Philly, sure, why not, energy. Please welcome Nick Prestileo and Allan Espiritu.
Yay. Okay, guys, break the internet.
It's already breaking. I'm losing you guys.
Oh, no.
I know.
Are you really, Nick?
Yeah, it's like a little once in a while.
Oh,
You're not
okay.
getting it from my end?
A little bit. You're getting a little fuzzy on my end, but I can hear you just fine.
And Nick, you still look good, dude.
Oh, that's great. Pixelated always worked for me.
You still look good, even fuzzy.
Yeah, even fun. I think you look better.
That's not the first time I've heard that in my life. Or the second time. I thought you said furry.
Furry. Oh, no, not the furries. I think Nick is a closeted furry. I've always said that.
I remember walking into a place with an outfit when I was the only one there wearing the outfit because I thought it was fun, not because it was a lifestyle choice.
Oh, God.
Was groundhog your lifestyle choice?
No. They didn't have a it's a chipmunk, really.
Or a squirrel. Weren't you supposed to be something else?
I was supposed to be a groundhog.
Oh.
It's not a groundhog, it's a chipmunk. Yeah, a squirrel.
It's a chipmunk. So we did this event. We had a groundhogs event for some reason, right, Nick? Because Nick is like, ooh, let's do like
Membership?
like
Groundhog.
Groundhog's Day celebration. And I get to wear a costume. Anytime he can wear a costume, he's like, oh, he's all in. I'm like, okay, man, you do this, you do you. This is your thing. So we have this event at the Ukrainian Hall, right, Nick? Do you
Yeah,
remember
well,
that?
no. The Yuki Club, I was sick, and Christian Mortlock had to wear it.
Oh, someone else had to wear it. But the first time he comes in, and he's supposed to be a groundhog.
Yeah, it's
But he
yards.
comes in a chipmunk costume. We're like, what the hell are you?
And so I had a lobby for myself. I'm a groundhog. Well, it helped that it was in a brewery. Everybody was hammered, so I didn't really care after a while.
Yeah,
Perfect.
no one was the difference. That was the
Perfect.
best part.
We're just some kind of rodent.
Yeah.
We had a photographer taking like black and white like shots with me and all these attendees, and there's a lot of fun faces in those photos. I gotta send some after the podcast.
Well, the worst part was, Nick, you would come out of that costume like 10 pounds lighter. You were sweating your ass off. The fan never worked in there. I'm sorry, you're like sweating your ass off. And he's like, the fan's not working. Oh my God.
So I just want to let the listeners in on our conversation since they don't know what the hell is happening right now. Can you both give us the one or two sentence, like how you got into AIGA, how you got into the Philly chapter, and what you did there?
Okay. So when I was a young designer I worked in Manhattan for a long time, straight out of school, and I became involved with AIGA through the New York chapter. but then, but I went to school near Philly, so, came back down, I forget, Nick. I think it was like around after grad school or something like that, and became way more involved in the Philly chapter. And it was also a way to like get to know a lot of the designers in the area because I had been away for a while, didn't know anyone. So that's how I really got involved, just to kind of get to know people, and then really got involved on the board. Um, my first like positions were programming, doing a lot of the programming, um, a lot of the events, which was fun. Uh, yeah, I mean, and then just kind of worked around. I did education. What else did I do, Nick? Do you remember? I did a lot of. I did education. I did. I forget. Uh, membership
Yeah,
at one point. Yeah, I did. I almost like did all the committees. But yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, I've my friends are the people that I've become friends with through AIGA. We still get together. We just all got together just a couple weeks ago, and we have our holiday thing we always do, the group of us. But yeah, it's been such a rewarding experience for me, and so many fun, I mean, memories, especially I think, when I became president, I really had a focus, um, for the organization. I really wanted Philly to kind of be recognized nationally as well as within our city in itself. And then I wanted to make sure there was a community because I thought we were paying these dues, but not feeling like we were getting anything back. So I wanted that. And I also wanted, that was another thing was, and these guys, thank God, were behind me, was because with all this, I wanted a physical space. I wanted a place that people can hang out. I wanted a place that was like kind of inspirational. I wanted, and it was part of us, getting our name out there in the city. So, um, but that and getting the whole national retreat was part of that as well. But yeah, and it was because I had such a good group of people behind me. I mean, it was just fun. That's all I ever wanted it to be. I'm like, we all have 9 to 5 jobs. AIGA cannot be another job we take on. We have to do what we want and enjoy it at the same time. So that was my motto.
And I think you achieved that. Most definitely, Philly is really well known.
Well known for
Oh, that's
fun.
so cool. What's that?
Well known for fun.
Oh,
That's
good,
for
good,
sure.
good.
my first interaction with AIGA was when I was junior designer in a mutual fund company. And you'll remember this, Alan, like in around 2005 in Philly, most of the board was like from Vanguard Mutual Fund.
Yeah.
Bradford Keir was president. And they had this meet and greet event at this place. It's still around, I think. But you remember you remember Beaumont, the club above the Creperie on South
Oh,
Street?
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so this place is all like, it looks like a burlesque theater. It has these big draping curtains. It's really dark and really swanky. And I had a degree in marketing, and then I had gotten to design like secondary. So I worked in a mutual fund company as like a service associate with like a financial license, Series 6, which is kind of like basic, like the first one you get. And then I just kind of fell into design after a while. I just kept on doing creative stuff wherever I was, and people would say, "Hey, you want?" I'd be like, "Yes." So, well, you know that. So, fast forward a little bit when I was actually in the creative group, and I decided I had a really good boss at the time. This is after Christine Scheller, who was like our first creative director, which is kind of funny. Well, really fortunate actually. And she got pushed me to join stuff, so I was like really meek at first, and I walked in and I didn't really like know anybody, and I kind of felt really intimidated, and not just like on the design level, but that the mutual fund company I worked at was really small compared to Vanguard, so I was like double, like it really like, oh man. So I talked to a few people and I left. And it wasn't until 2005. And I went to National Conference in 2007. I went to Gain in New York. And I loved it. I still remember a lot of the speakers and Jeffrey Zeldman. I'm surprised. I think you were there, Rachel, but of course, like there's hundreds of people there. That pushed me to like try again with AIGA. So I inserted an email. I sent an email to Neha Agarwal and Kate Goodberry, who are like the membership chairs. I spent like 3 days looking at the different committees. I'm like, I can't really do programming. I can't do education. I do like talking to people, and I kind of do what anybody tells me. So maybe membership might work. So I wrote this really long email. I remember like deliberating on it. For anybody who's nervous, like I was the worst. And I was like, wrote this email to me like 3 days, and I finally sent it. I was like, oh my God. So like a day later, I get this email from Neha. She's like, you're done with spreadsheets? Do you want to get coffee? I'm like, okay. So yeah, it was a membership committee. And then Neha was awesome to learn under and with, like volunteer on her committee. And Kate, they were great. They really gave me a lot of confidence. And then eventually it was membership co-chair, her membership chair, and a membership co-chair. And I remember when you guys asked me to be vice president, we were at the airport before we left for Denver, right? You and Mary Beth, Ellen. And like, I was still like, why me? There's so many other people. And I forget, Mary Beth gave like a coherent reason. I forget what it was. Just like they felt like you're the guy, you know. I think it's just because I said yes to everything all the time. And tell me there was more to reason than that.
No, we got along. I thought it was just, we just kind of had a good time every time we hung out, man.
You did say that.
Yeah.
It's speaking along.
It's all I need in a vice president. It's all I need in a vice president, man. Someone to drink with and someone to say, yeah, let's do it. That's the two criteria, Nick.
I don't know why the largest companies in the world aren't slamming down my door, because those are like my best qualities.
Oh,
I could probably drink with anybody and I say yes to everything.
yes. Oh man, we have the best stories that we can't tell them.
No, we can't. If we remember them, dude, there's just so much stuff I forgot.
Yeah, I know. That's true too. That's true too.
Well, if you think of any that are appropriate, love to hear.
Oh God.
Or not appropriate.
Or
People
I'm good
want to
with that,
know.
too.
Do you want to tell them? We had our first show at Space was Art Chantry, and that was Paul Hopt, who's an awesome design leader here in Philly in the area. Really great dude. He was a programming chair at the time. The social media, he was like tackling both. We didn't really have a social media chair per se, but he was way ahead of his time on stuff. So he's like, I'm gonna call my friend Art, and he did it. And Art Chantry showed up and hung a bunch of stuff on the walls. It was our first show exhibit, and it was like the most low maintenance one. Like he just had a bunch of stuff, I think, in a cardboard box. He started throwing it up on the wall. Really cool dude.
Yeah.
And we were slammed. Remember how busy we were? There was like a line out the door to get in.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we were in such a prime location. I mean, that was definitely one of the reasons we picked that space, right? But our openings were huge. Like everyone started to hear like, oh, the AIGA gallery is the place to be because we had a keg of beer. Like we always got a keg of beer. It was always donated. Oh my God, we had alcohol donate. I'm like, someone's got to get alcohol donations. So we would get these alcohol sponsors. But the thing was, some of the alcohol we would get were new and experimental. Like,
yes.
So Spody, there was this thing called Spody that Nick or someone got. And I'm like, what the hell is this Spody? But you would take one drink and everyone was hammered. Like, it was like...
It was fortified wine mixed with like chocolate
I
and
don't
something
even know
else.
what it was. Something to say.
Mulled wine. It
Or
came like
something.
in milk bottles.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, what the hell is this? And it's like, don't worry, it's free. We got a whole case of it, and they kept coming. Every month they would drop it off. That was so nuts. But everyone would come to the AIGA gallery, like non-designers. I mean, and that's what we wanted. We just wanted exposure. We wanted people to know the organization. I think we became known for throwing really good Friday parties,
Yeah.
which was okay because
Well-
then we met a lot of designers that way too.
We interfaced with the city too a lot that way.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The cops?
Yeah, the cops.
What the cops, yeah.
Actually, that's so fun. We never had the cops come, Nick, which is
We never had them
amazing.
do it. They came one time, not to shut us down, but I remember serving them drinks.
What?
I don't know which event it was, but I gave them both like
That's
water
awesome.
ice. When I put the
must
water
have-
ice with the
I
rum,
must have been in the back with my secret stash.
they wanted a water ice, and I
Remember?
said it's got rum in it. They're like, "It's okay." Yeah.
But oh my god,
Yeah. We always had at least one bottle of tequila under the sink in the bathroom.
that was mine.
Yeah, it's yours.
So my bar was the bathroom under the bathroom sink. Was my stash. I'm like, if we don't have any good drinks for this month, here's tequila. This is my tequila under the bathroom sink. So everyone knew, like in the bathroom under the sink was my tequila bottle or vodka or whatever it was. I'm like, I just need something to get through the night.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Sometimes we had a selection.
Yeah, it became a well-stacked bar.
There's two things to know: is that our headquarters before that gallery was a church in East Falls, right? I never went to meetings there, but you did, right, Alan?
I did, yeah.
Needless to say, you guys partook in communion. There was a
What's
lot
that?
of communion. There was a lot of communion involved.
Yeah. A lot of wine passing around, bread.
And then, like, during that our Chantry show, we had this closet that would go to the other rooms in the building, but we would put stuff back there,
Yeah.
and it was so crowded. It was like shoulder to shoulder, just a sea of people. And I got locked in the closet. Somebody like,
Oh my
we would-
god.
Oh,
That's
no.
right.
you don't remember that?
That was the
So-
funniest night. I totally forgot about that. We're like, what happened to Nick? Like, and
Yeah, it
Nick
took him like
was locked
15 minutes.
in a closet for a half the night. And
Oh
we're
my
all like,
God.
what happened to Nick? Oh, okay. Let's
I just sat down and I like just kind of chilled out. I had some Spody, and I was just like, I'm texting every once in a while, like, please help me open the door. And then I didn't know that Christine connected her cell phone to the TV that we had, the big flat screen we had in the back of the gallery that everybody
Right.
could see. And she's like displaying my text messages like real time. And then she took pictures, and they'd always pop up in like our weekly presentations or our retreat presentations.
The crazy thing is we didn't even know that door locked, or we didn't even know where it went half the
Locked.
time.
And locked from the outside, from the gallery. We'd ignored it, but that's where we had to go to
Of
dump
course,
trash.
Nick finds it. He always finds everything that's kind of weird. And then we're so used to him too, just kind of like going away, and then he'll come back and going away. He's like, oh, I meant this, or I did this, or I was like wherever. And then so when he was gone for a couple of hours, we're just like, oh, he met someone, and then he'll come back.
Thanks a
And
lot.
then, yeah, someone goes, oh my God, Nick's been stuck. He's locked in the closet.
Oh man.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. That was pretty funny.
That's a skill that developed, I guess, or maybe I always had, is like I would like fall into these like conversations with people and they would just leave me. And they'd find me like an hour later talking to the same person. So that he's not wrong about that. And
Got it. Okay.
that's when I was sober.
Yes. Oh man, it sounds like we were just constantly drunk, Nick. It just sounds really
It
bad.
does, I know. I was afraid of that.
So speaking of constantly drunk, let's talk about retreats.
Yeah.
Oh
Let's,
no, retreats.
let's just jump right into retreats. I mean, let's
Actually, Nick had to remind me before. Yeah.
yeah.
but-
I mean, let's pretend
good.
that somebody got us out of the closet.
What?
And now we can talk about retreats.
we before this we had a conversation and I'm like, oh my god, I totally forgot about that retreat, which is the most classic retreat because everything happened at this retreat for us. So
Okay.
the Salt Lake City one was the one that we were to announce that we were going to hold the natural retreat in Philly the next year, and I'm a nervous wreck. Like I was not really skilled at talking to a huge group, the whole AIGA national and all the leaders. I was so scared. I was like scared shitless. I swear to God. And I must have blocked this out of my mind till Nick like reminded me. Remember? And we had this like thing together, and of course Nick is like, we should wear costumes. I'm like, geez, with this costume thing. So
There's so
I
much I gotta
think
add
I
to
was
this.
dressed as I don't even know who I was. I remember, am I Thomas Jefferson? Am I George Washington? Who the hell am I? And then Nick is a gopher. And they
No,
go
I was
next to
Betsy
me as a-
Ross. I was
Oh,
Betsy
Betsy
Ross.
Ross, that's right.
I just wasn't wearing a wig, so you could call it a gopher. I actually look like.
Do you guys have
everybody's
pictures
count.
of this?
They do. We have photos, or I've seen them.
They do? Oh, geez.
I've seen them.
Oh, no.
Yo, Allan,
Love it.
I accidentally bumped into the Flickr account we had where he had uploaded all our photos. Like we have photos from
Oh,
everything
no.
during our tenure and stuff you don't want.
No.
I can't delete it.
Yeah, I'm sure. They were fun, though. I can't believe that's still up.
There was like a process. Like we had to go get fitted at this theatrical costume shop, and he's like, "I can't believe you're making me do this. I can't believe you're making me do this. Who is this? Thomas Jefferson?" And I'm like, "No, it's like
Yeah.
we'll say Ben Franklin." And he didn't want to. He would refuse to wear the wig. He wore the hat, but he wouldn't wear the wig. He had like that was like your hard line.
I don't know why.
Meanwhile, I'm wearing a dress with like I had a whatchamacallit, a corset and pantyhose.
Yeah,
That was
Oh,
uncomfortable.
wow.
you were so into it, though.
Yeah,
You're
he was
beautiful,
like,
Nick.
dude, like he was like sweating and nervous. Okay, I'm
was
sorry, Allan.
No, I was so
You're encouraged.
nervous. Yeah.
All the things he's done, it was. I've never seen him that nervous. Just that one time of getting on stage in an outfit and talking, and so like the whole time he's like trembling when he's holding the podium, and I'm like, dressed like a woman. I don't care, and I'm just nodding my head while he's telling stuff.
And I guess in my nervousness,
But we're like,
and in my nervousness, all I did was like whatever was in my head came out, and I had no idea it was coming out half the time, and people are laughing, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the hell am I saying? And I'm just all I remember is like, I am so fucking nervous. I'm just gonna pass out, and they like patting me on the back, going, "You're gonna be all right, dude." And on the mic. Meanwhile, this is all like live. Everyone's listening to our conversation.
Perfect. I mean, the perfect vice president. Got your
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, exactly. That was a fun retreat. I mean, we had some other crazy things that happened on that retreat.
Let's hear them.
What like Nick, the hotel room,
Yeah.
a room. You can talk about that.
Oh, like there was the one thing, like Doug Stuckey, it's his story really, but he says he walks up to the front desk and there's like maybe this came up in the podcast before. I think maybe Karen mentioned it, where they like, they were looking at the list and they had like us circled and like, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're from AIGA. And then like, I saw that where it said these people drink a lot. So it's like, you're a rum. So it's like, oh,
I
geez.
didn't know that.
And so then I find out that we have like, Alan and I have this like suite like this, and I think they're all beautiful rooms. That was like an Olympics. It was built for the Olympics. That hotel, like that's probably been told in the podcast too. But we got a whole bunch of booze shipped in, right? And we put it in our room, which is like the biggest mistake we made, I think.
Yeah.
All the operations and logistics that we aced. Like the party on the library roof was great. I thought we brought in all this food. Thanks to Kevin Perry and everybody on the Salt Lake board. They're so helpful. God bless Katie Baker, because from then on we just gave her a headache. Philly was like all under all
Oh God.
our retreat. Al was like, you kept on pushing. You had all these ideas and you pushed. I loved it. We ordered more booze or something like that, and it was still in our room, and we didn't know what to do with it. But somehow the word got out, surprisingly not surprisingly. And so that party in our room had no sign of ending that last night.
Oh shit.
I remember looking at Alan and I just looked at him and he knew what I was saying. He knew what I was thinking. Just looked at each other like, we can't stop this. We got a plane like 3
I was
hours.
like, we're fucked. That's what I said. We're fucked.
There's people.
We're gonna pay for this room, dude.
Oh man.
So the balcony is like shoulder width. It's not a balcony. It's like this little thing, like you remember in those rooms. And there's people standing on it. I don't even know how much weight that supported, if it was supposed to support weight at all. And then there wasn't enough room to stand in our room, so people were standing on their beds. And then there's people crammed in the bathroom, standing in the shower. And like, so you can imagine, okay, there's stuff in between I gotta tell, but one thing a lot of people don't know, some people on the board know, Al and I had to clean up afterwards, right? Whenever it finished. I don't even know what time it was. And we're trying to, the mattress is just covered in stuff. Like our beds are ruined. And mostly like, I think, alcohol and footprints. And
Yeah.
and I'm like, he's like, what do we do? What do we do? I'm like, just flip it over. Just flip it over. So I tried to flip it over with him. But what's also come up in a lot of things is that people said how wonderful those mattresses were there, which they were. They were like the best mattresses they ever slept in. And I remember asking what it was, and I'll forget. But it was really heavy. So I tried to flip it. I ended up flipping it on Alan. So at one point, he's like crushed underneath a mattress. He's like, get it off me, get it off me. And I couldn't move it. I forget how I got it off you. And like we're trying to like clean up the floors.
I was like a dead bug under a mattress. And he's like, I can't get it off. I can't get it off you. But we also had I'm so bad with names, but there was some board member, like I forget what chapter, but she just got engaged. Remember, I
Whitney
come
Holden.
into the bathroom and friggin' Chris Boney, who's also on our board at the time, is taking apart the sink in the room. And I'm like,
Took it apart.
"Dude, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing to our sink? We're gonna have to pay for this sink." Someone, I guess in their drunken stupor, lost their engagement ring in our sink. Like during the party, and then Chris decides like he'll be the hero and he takes apart the sink. Like
I remember that happening. I remember Whitney crying, Francis saying, no, Whitney's crying like hysterical. She can't find her engagement ring. Chris saying, oh, I can take care of it. And like running everything Alan said and running off like the hero. And I'm just like, whatever. And then I remember him taking everything apart and they still can't find it. And then Frances says she's going to go in, and she finds it pretty quickly. It's sitting on top of the trash. Like, it's just on the top of the trash can. And meanwhile, so we have this whole sink that's taken apart. You know, the bathroom's destroyed. And I forget, did Chris or Francis put it back together? I think it was Chris.
It was Chris. Chris put it back
I
together.
remember that started a trend with us, Alan, where we rarely slept in our rooms.
Yeah, we never did. Well, the crazy part too with us is Chris Boney, who is one of our really good friends. He was on the board. He also works for a printing company. Always had an allowance, so he was like, "We're going out. I have an allowance." So Chris, Nick, and I would always be out. We would never come back. Sometimes, you know, that was a problem. That we had that allowance all the time. That was not good. Because that just invited us to do stuff.
And we were all different about it. Exactly. Invited us to do stuff. Like, I remember we would go to other people's rooms, we would find where the party was, and everybody would be saying the party is in our room, and we're like, no, it's not. And then we'd end up in our room, the party that we would leave.
Yes.
And then, like, I know
Yes, it was.
I would go like explore the city. Yeah, I think I would get back. I mean, even when I was chapter development director, I never really slept much. I couldn't really. I was better. I was a lot better, but I was like, I don't think I could shake that bug. Do you remember when I met you up at? We were both at the AIGA Phoenix conference.
Oh yeah,
the national conference, and like you told me straight up, like, you go to like 1 day of sessions and then you go explore and then you go like you go out, like, it was kind of like the same attitude. Yeah, with every kind of retreat. Like, I just 1 day, then I'm like doing stuff. We were like yin and yang, even though we're both goofballs. If he could get serious and do stuff, and then I could get serious and do stuff, and he'd be like, no, and I would be, I think him reining me in was more like finding like a wild animal, like, where's Nick? And me reining him in is like me, an adult, like trying to get a kid to sit in a seat, and that was never forceful. Like, it was never angry enough, and we knew how we worked with each other. I was processing
take away his video games.
Even if I tried.
Well said, Nick. Well said.
Yeah, I think it's
So,
true. Yeah, I think it's about right. Yeah.
question on your relationship. So, Alan, were you president and Nick was vice president? And was that flipped at any time?
So yeah, Nick was my vice president. I had chosen Nick. Again, it was because I knew how we worked. I mean, I can get very focused, but at the same time, my thing is we have to be focused, but have a good time doing this and making sure that it's done right. And what I liked about Nick always was he would get things done. If I had an idea, he was behind it. He's like, "Oh, we can do this." He would just get so excited about it. You need someone behind you. I'm definitely. I think everyone knew I was a big pictures guy. When it came to details, I wasn't so good. I knew it had to be done. I can't say that I could do it. I could do it. But I just had such a good group of, I think, a board during that time that Nick and I kind of were leaders at the time. We just had such a good group of people that really understood the balance of things, right? Good.
There's 3 things to know about what he said. It's all true. One is that board picked up after me and Alan, because we could both be goofy and giggly at the same time, and it happened a lot during our like weekly meetings. So other people would have to rein us in. God bless Helene. God bless Lauren.
Yes.
God bless Lauren.
Oh, God. Thank God for Lauren. Because I want to do this, but and she's like, okay, well, do we have sponsors? And I'm like, no, but we have membership money. And she's like, we can't just keep using the membership money. I'm like, that's what the membership money is for.
Yeah. You were serious about the fiduciary responsibility. We weren't careless about that. Our ideas were ridiculous. even when I was president, I still had ridiculous ideas. And then we had the gallery to work with too. The other things I wanted to say was that like Allan could get the best out of everybody. So around him, I was like my best self. As far as working with people, operating kind of like in this giggly but serious place, which is where I operate best. If I get too serious, he knows serious Nick, and serious Nick is bad. And then there was like Retreat Nick, which the board coined Retreat Nick, not me. There's Retreat Nick, and Retreat Nick's like crazy. But Allan could keep me like in the zone. Not only could he bring out the best in people, he had like this, you have this Pied Piper kind of thing. Like he could say the most ridiculous thing, and we'd all just look at each other like, oh yeah, we can make that work. Like, I'm not talking about 2 or 3 people. I'm talking about 20 adults. Like, you're like, yeah, okay. I couldn't even, I didn't really have that. I did, and I did. He had it. Allan's thing was like that. So he made you feel good. You did your best work under him. And you kind of did whatever he said. I don't remember ever telling no to you. I think it would be more like, well, we got to do this. And you're like, okay, do it. Like,
My style of, I mean, I think I've learned that my style of leadership is not really to tell everyone what to do. It's to figure out what you know, especially in an organization like this. And I think that's sometimes what missing sometimes, that it's not, again, it can't be a job. It just can't be a job. We just got to figure out what you want to do. How does that add value? You know, when we just make sure that it adds value, and then we can do it. You know, I'm all for it, just as long as you're gung ho about your idea. And that's, I mean, I don't know. That's you know, whatever, if it's Pied Piper or whatever, but I kind of hone in on what people want to do. But at the same time, you know, I am very headstrong about certain things, and National I didn't really get along with National when I was
we'll say it.
president. I was not a favorite for Rick Graffet, and I met Rick Graffet before. I've interacted with him before on other occasions, but I had these ideas, and I think it was good. I mean, especially with when we had the retreat in Philadelphia. One of the ideas was like, I don't understand why the chapter shouldn't be able to maximize from this. Meaning, like, we should be, you know, how we used to have parties at the end of the day. There was always like someone had a party, or we meet at a bar, or everyone's like, we're gonna meet at the restaurant. Well, I wanted to get sponsors to have official parties, right? And we'll just get a restaurant, and they're gonna officially sponsor us. And then, you know, and they didn't like that because we were benefiting from financially or whatever. And I'm like, well, I don't
also like
National does the same. Why can't we as chapters do the same thing? So there was a lot. Like, I wanted sponsorship on the local level, not just nationally, things like that. So go ahead, Nick. What?
No, I'm saying you got to think from a national point of view. He's really underselling like what he did. We coordinated. He got us to coordinate after parties every night. They were sponsored by at least 2 people, plus like a venue party. Yeah. We just said, hey, National, we have this whole other like channel programming. You got to tack on to the retreat now.
Well, that was the other reason for it. I mean, I said, look, the members should benefit from meeting national leaders. I said, why can't I have parties where my membership in Philadelphia meet you guys, like meet people from around the country? It's a benefit of the membership. And they're like, no, that's just our board retreat, blah, blah. I'm like, but afterwards, if we have these sponsored parties, I'm inviting my membership. I mean, it's a benefit. It's what they pay for. And it's amazing to meet other designers from other cities and other states. I mean, this would be such a great opportunity. They didn't go for it, but we did it anyway.
I love it.
Yeah, we
love it.
just did it. Yeah, I was just like, screw it, we're doing it. Who gives a shit? What are they gonna do?
So this is why you guys had after parties, because you
Yeah,
had so many sponsors, so
yeah,
many sponsors willing to give money. You just had to keep having parties in order to benefit from it.
exactly, exactly. That's what I was. I thought it was a win-win.
Yeah, a lot of people. Like, I know all these people. Like, I don't want to call out names, but just we had like a whole cast of characters on that board, and everybody had this unique role. It was just so much fun to be around so many competent people. And then like nationally, that was such a time. We had so many like special people at each of the chapters, and that helped Alan and I. So that was always kind of looking or talking and seeing what other chapters were doing or things that were going on. I just thought that was like one of the biggest superpowers of AIGA. Somebody mentioned like if you show up in any city and find a couch to sleep on or what restaurant to eat at, just being able to text somebody. I remember in Austin, I went to go see a concert with a friend of mine, and I ended up drinking next to the Capitol building with Bart Kibbe. He got us into this bar that was like literally 10 steps from the state hall. Like, and I don't know. I was just like, dude, this is fun. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm glad you called me. I'm like, why not?
This is why Nick is called the yes man.
Yes.
Yeah, he said yes, and he ends up somewhere, and I'm like, where the hell are you, dude?
When you guys were on the board, it sounds like you all operated on that improv model of yes and yeah, and we'll do this. Yeah, and we'll do this. There was no, there was no naysayers. It was just let's explore this, let's do this, you know, and it's going to be fun, you know.
That's a great way to think about it. It was like very improv.
Yeah.
It was very improv. I mean,
Yeah.
those things you can't when ideas come, my belief, it's just like designing for me. When those ideas come, you just explore it till it doesn't work. And then you start again
Or you
and
pass out.
try it something different. But you gotta try it. And I think us as a board too, I was a bit tired of traditional models
Yeah.
of AIGA. I mean, why? And my whole thing was, maybe it's just my natural tendency, but to question, why do we do it this way? Who told us that we had to do it this way? Oh, tradition? That's not a good excuse for, like, let's just try it and see what happens? And I think, yeah, but that idea of improvisation, I like that. I love that, like, kind of, it's what we kind of did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun in that way too. You bring a different kind of energy when you're kind of improving and you're spitballing and you're just kind of trying things out. It's exciting. And I
Yeah.
think that's what we had at that time. It was exciting because we were trying new things that um, we just didn't even know if it was going to work, to tell you the truth. We
Love
just
it.
didn't know, but we
Love it.
tried it, kind of thing. And you had again, you know, it I've been on boards for so many years. When you have the synergy of like that's tha- that's just unreal, that's just lucky, when you have that kind of group of people that just have the same kind of energy. I think that we were just lucky too at the same time to find those people.
Yeah, you guys had lightning in a bottle. It's incredible. Lightning
Yeah,
did.
I guess. Yeah, that's a great way too. I mean, yeah, we did.
Me saying yes is partly your fault. I think you encouraged that
Always my fault.
behavior from me, and luckily I have no physical scars or permanent damage or haven't ruined any relationships. I don't think. I don't think. Okay, they might disagree with me, but I don't think I'm like uh, a full fledged member of the 6 a.m. club. But I've done it a number of times. I remember the first time in Chattanooga, seeing Varick and Karen and a few others just kind of in the couch in the lobby in the hotel. I remember saying goodbye at 6 a.m. to Rick as he's going on his flight. Patrick Carter, had great conversations with him. Such a cool dude. But yeah, I think Allan we all had that spirit. Just, I already had it. He just made it worse.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for you two saying yes to just sharing all of your memories and fun times with us.
Oh man, this is incredible. Yeah.
We've been waiting all year for this, actually.
Oh my God. For real. I hope we even made sense, man.
There's so much stuff I didn't tell you. I'm so happy that it come up.
Yeah, dude, you cannot tell all that shit.
There's some
is
secrets
a
that stay
little bit
secret.
bad and weird.
I imagine you might get some emails.
Oh no, Nick.
You can name a retreat, and we can tell you something.
Oh no.
And we can always have you on another podcast. So
Oh my
pull it out of you.
Absolutely. We'll have you on individually and see if your stories.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Nick remembers a lot more than I do half the time, though. I'll tell you that. He's like, "Remember you did this?" I was like, "Oh shit, yes."
Oh, I got a story about me remembering names because my family thinks I forget
Oh,
everything,
no.
and it might be true, but somehow design stuff sticks with me. Like AIGA stuff sticks with
Yeah.
me. I think your mind just kind of remembers stuff that you care about, and what you care about isn't really always cognitive. Like I should remember what the address of my house is, or I should remember my license plate, but I don't. That's time. But like, I remember
Did that?
I remember doing the first conference at Dallas. I remember I was at the bar, like plugging away at slides, because I always got used to working at the bars. That's also probably from retreats. Like I do it in Philly, where I'll just set my laptop up at whatever pub, and I like noise. Whereas some people like working in libraries, it drives me crazy. I remember plugging away on slides, and Jen Vistacchio Grady, Christopher Simmons, maybe it was Phil Hamlet. There was like Christine Taylor, but there was a bunch of people that walked up, and Chris is like, "Look at this," and he sits. Don't take me word for word, but I'm pretty sure I'll remember. He sits down and he says, like, "Nick remembers everybody's name," and it's like, "No, he doesn't." I think Justin Aarons was there too. I'm not sure. And then he just rambling stuff off, like, "Who's this at this chapter? Who's the guy at this?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, that was blah 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 blah." He's like, "See, it's like crazy." And I'm like, "I don't know." He just asked me who that was. I told you. Like, it's probably good.
But Nick, as the night gets on, you're so good with the strippers' names. You're amazing remembering all the friggin' names, man. I couldn't remember half of them.
Oh, that good one, Allan. He just left.
There was a line we didn't want to cross. We talked about this.
Oh no.
Don't make me. You don't want me to talk about stuff. I'll take everybody down.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Shots fired.
You know what? You know what's great? That I've forgotten so much stuff. I think there's a lot of people breathing easy after this episode.
Well, we love you both. We love Philly for sure. Everyone
man.
has like
Oh, please come to
Philly in their
Philly.
heart. Yes, for sure.
I would love to. I would love to.
Yes, you're all welcome. Nick has a great big house.
Yeah, I'm very bad at taking care of. I'm trying.
Thank you, Allan. Thank you, Nick, for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so
George.
much.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun.
Thank
I
you.
hope so. Hope it lived
Listening
up to
to
the
you.
hype.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even know there was hype. Shit.
Cheers and Tears will be back next time with more design leadership tales retold.
Please subscribe, rate, review, and share this podcast with your creative community, design leaders, and friends.
Cheers and Tears Design Leadership Tales Were Told is a production of Chapter 2 and hosted by us, Rachel Elnar and Eric Cargill. This episode was produced and edited by Rachel Elnar. Podcast graphics by Eric Cargill. Animation by Verso Design and Megato Design.
The theme music track is Loose Ends by Silver Ships Plastic Oceans. Follow Cheers and Tears on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube podcasts, or wherever you get your audio and video podcasts. Subscribe to our email list at cheersandtears.com so you don't miss an episode.